Hi guys, so today we're going to be making something called Brookies. It's a cookie and a brownie all in one. You need to preheat your oven to 180°, 160 fan, gas 4. So in a bowl, you're going to mix together, this is for the brownie one, you're going to mix together, let's see, it's a new one for me, the butter, melted butter, caster sugar. So for the caster sugar we want 150 grams. Once I've made both these batches, I'm going to set them aside for half an hour in the fridge. So reset it again. Now I want 65 grams of cocoa. A little bit over, but not hurt now. Half a teaspoon of salt. You have to excuse any sounds you can hear because that'll be the kids. They've got to isolate with us, unfortunately. So next is the flour, and that's 125 grams. That's that. So we've got the butter, caster sugar, cocoa. We still need the eggs. But I'll leave that cook in a minute because the butter's hot. I'm not putting vanilla in. I don't like the taste of vanilla myself. By all means, you can put it in your own. These are very, very easy to make. Right, I'm just going to mix these. The flour will take down the temperature of the butter, and then I'll add the eggs in. Otherwise I'm going to end up with scrambled eggs. And you do want it nice and thick, obviously, because you're going to make it into cookies. So I'm just going to mix them through, like so. That looks gross. There, that's more like the brownie batter I recognise. I'll tell you this, I'm absolutely worn out already. That's COVID for you guys. If you haven't already had it, doesn't matter what you do, you're exhausted as soon as you've done it. Just doing this, I'm exhausted now. It's a horrible, horrible thing. And the symptoms I've got, I can see why it's took so many people. It's horrible. Right, what I'm going to do, it's a smaller bowl and it'll fit in my fridge easier. Separate that into there. And it was as easy as that. That's the brownie side. Just give me a second guys and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so we're now back with the next part. So this is for the regular chocolate chip cookies. You're going to need 110 grams of butter, softened, 55 grams of packed brown sugar, 50 grams of caster sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 200 grams of plain flour, half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 175 grams of chocolate chips and flaky sea salt, just for sprinkling on top. So, grab a spoon. So, 110 for the butter. Hang on. $55 for the brown sugar. Grams of caster sugar. So we'll pop these onto here, and you need to beat these. You need to beat this for about 3 minutes, okay? Until it's nice and fluffy. So you're going to need an egg, half a teaspoon of bicarb, 200 grams of plain flour, half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that back up, and then we're just going to fold in the chocolate chunks. Don't forget to give it a good scrape. So that's your dough. What I've done is I've got 75 grams of actual chocolate chips, and the rest I've left in chunkier pieces. I'm just going to fold them through. And all I'm going to do is pop that into this bowl. And then they're both going to go in the fridge for half an hour to firm up. That'll make it easier to work with them then. You could do this in a square cake pan instead of doing individual cookies. Obviously the cooking time would be different. Put your brownie and your normal cookie batter then. Refrigerate. So when you come to put them together, oh dear, it's really easy. You just make a small bowl out of each and then put them two bowls, squish them together and then as they bake they sort of melt into each other. So I'll show you that when we come to it. Okay. Right, so they've had half an hour to chill in the, I was going to say oven, in the fridge. I'm just preheating the oven now. So it's a messy job, this bit. And these will take 10 minutes to cook. Make sure you give them enough of a gap between for spreading. Ugh. Getting that off my hands. Try this way. That's easier. So I'll go put it onto your spoon and then just push it off. You'll be able to tell if these are cooked because the outside edge should be firm on your cookies when you take them out. My kids are going to enjoy these. Probably fit another one on. Right, that's 3 trays done. So how many is that? So that's what, 5, 10. I've got 15 cookies out of that, and I'm going to bake them for 10 minutes. And I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Alright guys, so they've cooled down now. The kids like them. I would say they're a cross between, obviously, I was just going to say a cookie and a brownie, but they definitely are more cake-like. They're definitely more cake-like than you'd think. Shove it in my mouth while I'm at it. Should have done that, it's stuck there now. So yeah, they're nice. Yesterday was the first time I'd heard of a brookie, so I thought I'd give them a try. So that's the recipe, give it a try guys, doesn't take long to make. Especially if you're into things like this, cookies and stuff. You see, look, the brown is shiny. There's the back of it. Weird. I wouldn't have thought I'd done that, doing that. Anyway guys, like, comment, subscribe. Have a chat with me down in the comments if you've got any suggestions about any other sort of cookies you'd like to see. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.